First of all, I'm sorry that I didn't post any episodes the last 2 weeks. It's because of my computer's CPU cooler died and I didn't get a new one until like last week. But anyways, we got a lot of episodes to catch up to. We got 11 till 13, just the last episode. And there's so many things that just happened. The world is crumbling down. The end was here and we got to know the entirety of the plot of Kowloon Generic Romance. And it's just incredible to me how under the radar this anime is when it's so incredibly well made, well written. It's so criminally underrated, to say at least. Maybe I'm just blind because I don't see a lot of people talk about it. I see a lot of people talk about a lot of other animes like Fire Force Season 3 and stuff like that, but this anime, Kowloon Generic Romance, is just a hidden gem that everybody needs to see, and I think it's gonna go down in history, and I really hope that it's going down in history because the plot is just so good. The entirety of Kowloon Generic Romance involves or surrounds the idea of regret and the illusion or the surreal or disillusion thing you might go into when you regret something that much that you start seeing the world in a different way, and or as they do it here, as the same way as it was before that major incident happened, where you want to go through everything you've done. You want to repeat the same summer. You want to see what you could have done better. If there was anything you could have changed, anything they could have changed, or maybe the world could have changed, or if nothing changed at all. And I think it's just incredibly beautiful, especially how well they wrote this series. Because the more regret you have, the stronger the illusion of Kowloon is. And you can see it perfectly when in like episode 11, I think, when Xiaohei and Yaomei decide to leave Kowloon because they're facing their problems, or they're facing Yaomei is facing her mother that has always been pushing her down. And when that like regret feeling goes away and they turn around and Kowloon is just in ruins, it's incredibly powerful to see. But you can also see that when Xiaohei turns out his jacket, because he did some sewing inside of his jacket, that actually survived going outside. Or Xiaohei, the girl version, disappears when they shatter Kudo's illusion of Xiaohei being a girl, because he was never a girl, right? He was a man. And Xiaohei just disappears right in front of them. And I don't know, I started crying in the last episode of Kowloon Generic Romance, and you can see that his world, this Kudo's world, is shattered, that everything has come to an end. I need to face myself, and that's the only thing I need to do for this to end. This is the cycle that has been going on for too long now, and people are getting sick, and we need to move on, or else I'm just gonna be troubled for the entirety of my life. So he gets into this room where he sees himself sitting, and he's like, dude, you gotta just let me go. You gotta let me feel this. You have to let us move on. Basically, that just shatters everything, because he comes to term that Reiko Kujirai actually decided to gamble her life away, because these pills that Kujirai were taking, or that she decided to take the same day that Kudo proposed to her, so she could like decide if she woke up or not from those pills, that if she woke up she would move on and get married to Kudo and move on with her life and create a beautiful life together with him. But if she didn't, she would remain in Kowloon Wall City as it always has been. Because what we don't see is her depression, right? Don't get to know her depression. And the way it's performed or it's told to us is so incredibly well written, because the whole world is created by Kudo's image of Kowloon Wall City. But since Kudo didn't actually know Reiko or Kujirai that much. He didn't actually know the inside of Kujirai. He didn't know that she was depressed. And the people, as a lot of people say, the people that smile the most and are always happy, no arguments, no nothing, are the ones that are suffering the most. And you see that the more I've seen the more we get those flashbacks from Kujirai's life, you can see that she's actually just smiling and upgoing all the time. She's never complaining about something. She always just like, I don't want to move on. I want to stay here as Kowloon is, and I don't want anything to change. And I think that just crumbled her illusion of everything being the same, especially when Kowloon was getting teared down. Kudo kind of tearing her illusion of everything is just going to be the same forever with him proposing to her. Not saying that that was a bad thing of him to do, because that's just beautiful. And I think she also saw that it would be a beautiful thing to do, but she was too afraid to actually move on. That I can understand. Right? I can understand from the point of view that I've been depressed and struggling in my life, where the point of it being comfortable and being this depressed and here and just not moving on, because the outside world or the outside of this illusion that I have is scarier than the emotions that I have right now. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but I feel like that is Kujirai's point of how and why she did this gamble with the pills. It's beautifully made. I just can't stop saying that, because it makes you really feel. It makes you really think about what's going on, and it made me think about, oh, maybe I need to get to know people better. Maybe I need to get into the nitty-gritty of having a conversation with people, and maybe trying to dig deeper if they let me. Right? It's just so well made. And we also got confirmed that Reiko just survived. She survived. Not the original one, but Kujirai B or Kujirai A. She survived because she was her own person. And Kudo didn't like contact her or anything for like 2 years because he had to like roast things, even though it's been like several years or several summers in Kowloon, but he hasn't really like processed anything yet. You can see it at the end of the episode that he's just crumbling down and crying and really like, oh, I need to go through this. This is something I need to do to move on. Because when they meet again, he actually eats the lemon chicken, and that's a great point to make, because he never did anything. He didn't change anything of what he did in Kowloon. He just did the same, went to the same restaurant, ate the same food. So nothing changed, but it just incredibly well made. And I'm absolutely gonna rewatch this anime a few times. I need to read the manga and see how the manga ends, because I've been told that the manga, the anime, and the live action movie that's supposedly is coming out has 3 different endings, and I'm excited to see how that will be and how well written that will be, or how emotional that will be, basically. Because I think the end can be so incredibly good with several endings. I hope. I don't know. I'm glad that this anime came out. I'm glad to see that Gwen and Miyuki finally got back together, and that Gwen is just like, I'll go anywhere with you, anywhere, just to make you happy. I'll be there for you anytime. And I feel like that is also the deal with Reiko and Kudo at the end. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautifully created with nostalgia and the depression and how grief and regret is looked at the show. I just can't like put myself in a situation. Like, imagine to lose your fiance the day you propose, or the next day you propose to her or to them. Like, how earth-shattering could that be? How insanely twisted your world would be. And I think myself, I wouldn't accept that. I wouldn't accept that this happened. Right? I don't know. It makes you think. It makes you feel. And this show gets a 10 out of 10 from me. It's incredibly well made. And let me know in the comments down below what you think of Kowloon Generic Romance and what other animes you would recommend me to watch. I am a sucker for tearjerkers, and just give me some animes. Tell me what you think of this. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time. Sula out.